right, her boyfriend has a best friend who just happens to be a woman, and things have been fine with their friendship until recently. And she's sensing something has changed between them, and she wants to test him with To Catch a Cheater, War of the Roses. We're going to get to that email here in just a second. First, though, no shame in my hydration game. So we got the ladies from VitaFlow in the Bert Show studio, and so thank you so much for hooking us up to IVs. Yes, right now, myself, Mo, Cassie, we're all hooked up to IVs, and we are getting fluids because that's what happens when you spend 5 days at Disney.
Absolutely, we need this.
Right? By the way, I'm crushing my bag. You guys have to catch up.
Your bag is fighting for its life.
Now, there was a Chick-fil-A restaurant in Pennsylvania that is banning this for a fast food restaurant, Chick-fil-A. I was shocked to read the headline, but then when I heard the reasons why, it made sense. They're banning kids 16 and under from dining in the restaurant without a parent or guardian.
Really?
And here's the new story. This is the reason why.
Chick-fil-A in Pennsylvania is imposing a new policy. Anyone under the age of 16 needs to be with an adult to dine in. The managers say some kids are loud, use foul language, throw trash on the floor, and disrespect the employees. They're encouraging parents to speak with their children and ask about behavior they've seen or taken part in.
Kids are a-holes.
Yep.
Especially, and I remember being a teenager, and you would do stupid things, and you don't see the big picture. Because, your brain is still developing and you're not really thinking about consequences and things of that nature. And so when you make a mess, you're not thinking about the person that's going to have to clean up that mess.
Of course.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop at the age of 16.
Unfortunately, it does not.
No, it stops at the age of 32.
All right, so her boyfriend has a best friend who's a woman. They've been fine, and she's been cool with their relationship up to this point. But now her intuition is telling her something has shifted, and she wants to try to test him with our To Catch a Cheater, War of the Roses. Cassie has the email.
Bert Show. My boyfriend has a best friend. She happens to be a girl, and they've been friends since they were children. I've always been fine with their friendship up until recently. They've always behaved more like siblings, and their relationship together never gave me any reason to worry. She's also had a boyfriend this entire time, and he's always seemed fine with their relationship also. However, lately, I felt like something between them feels different. It seems they look at each other differently, and they've become more reserved and quiet with each other when I'm around. Maybe I'm paranoid, but I get the feeling that they might be hiding something from me or being cautious about what they say when they're together. I'm hesitant to jump to any conclusions or accuse them of anything without any concrete evidence, but the feeling is really, really bothering me. I can't shake off the thought that maybe you guys can help me find out that there is nothing between them or that my paranoid ideas are right.
Which is why we would do To Catch a Cheater, War of the Roses, which is what, Mo?
That is when we ask someone to send flowers to whoever their loved one may be, and we hope it's the person that they're with, but sometimes they send it to someone else, and then that's how we discover if they have another love interest in their life.
A lot of times it's somebody else.
More times than we'd like.
Mo, would you be comfortable with your girlfriend having a best friend who's a dude?
Yeah. I mean, I would have to be because I have a best friend who is a woman, so I get it. I come from understanding it. I mean, especially if the guy was there before me, I don't really think that's something that you can regulate. If you go into the relationship and someone has a friend and they're not disrespecting you in any way, I mean, if there's no signs of anything going on, I don't think you should go looking for it, because I do think it's possible to be friends in a situation like that.
Now, have you ever been in a relationship where you just kind of got those inklings that maybe something more was going on, or no?
Nah, I've never had to experience it. I've always seemed to experience it from the other side, but I never was on the side of being concerned with her friendships.
Where the woman like you were dating thought something was going on between you and your best friend?
Yeah, because a lot of my good friends are women. So that's pretty much every relationship I've ever been in. I've had to deal with her being jealous about some of my friends at some point.
And obviously you're single, so that tells you how that ended.
Yeah. I know my friends are going to be there. They always been there.
Cass?
I would be fine with it as long as I got to know them. It's like when you gatekeep the best friend, then I'm starting to be like, why won't you let me hang out with them? Mm-hmm. But I got to be honest, if there was a major shift in how they acted around each other, especially one from where they go, like they're outgoing and they're friendly, to all of a sudden they're quiet and reserved because they don't want to slip up and say something, that would set off alarm bells for me. And that's when I would start to be like, something is going on.
Yeah, so that's the same thing for me. And I wish I could be honest and say that if my the guy I dated had a best friend who was a woman. I don't know why I have such an issue saying the word female. It just feels...
Because it's not... Calling a woman a female is not something that is widely accepted anymore.
Okay.
People are pushing back because... We use the word female to describe animals. So when you call a human woman a female, that's why we're called women.
Yes.
To set us apart. It makes us animals and it dehumanizes us. And it actually has its roots in racism, calling women females.
Okay, so this is going to take us down a different path, and I'm so sorry. Which, by the way, I would be jealous if my husband had a female or a woman best friend.
Well, you can say a female best friend. That's fine. But a female is different.
Yeah, because Jimmy and I are watching old Disney movies. This is going down a completely different path. And he loves animals. He loves dogs. So I try to find movies that have dogs in them. And so The Fox and the Hound was one of the options. And that is an old school Disney movie, right? So we're watching The Fox and the Hound. And they're slower. And of course, the animation, I don't even know what year. It felt like this movie was done in like the 1940s or something. And there is this old country man who gets into an altercation with like the old lady that lives next door. And he keeps calling her female. And it was so off-putting and so uncomfortable. He goes, "You female!" And I was like...
It was aggressive.
He was so aggressive because he shot at her. He was shooting at her milk jugs.
Oh, okay.
and then she took the gun from him and she shot his radiator in his car. It was a lot for a Disney movie. Yeah.
The Fox and the Hound was actually 1981.
No, it was not.
It says, yes.
Are you serious?
That's what it says.
1980. I honestly felt like this movie came out in the 40s.
No, it says 81.
And it felt like the 40s watching it.
The Bert Show.
Her boyfriend's best friend happens to be a woman. She senses things between the two have changed, and that's why she wanted us to test him with To Catch a Cheater, War of the Roses. Mo, you have the recap?
I thought you was pointing at Tommy.
Oh, I was pointing at...
Okay.
I said my bad. That finger can get misleading. Nah, you with the recap.
So yes, her boyfriend has a best friend, and the best friend happens to be a woman. And so she never had an issue with it. The woman has typically had a boyfriend throughout the relationship as well, in which he never had an issue with it either. But recently she just feels like something has changed to the point where they're being a little more reserved around her, as if they're hiding something. They seem to be keeping things to themselves. So she just has this paranoia that she can't shake. And she wants us to help figure out if something is actually going on between the two of them now.
All right, so give us a second, because that's why I was confused, because I was like, normally we have them on. So Tommy's speed dialing right now to get her on so we can give her these results. And I think when we were discussing this yesterday, hopefully people of opposite sex, or even if it's not opposite sex and it's, if you're a girl who's seeking a girl, a man seeking a man, whatever, you can be friends with the sex that you are primarily attracted to, if that makes sense, and that it wouldn't be an issue. It's the changing of the behavior where that's like your red flag goes up. Like, so you guys have been cool for the entire relationship, and all of a sudden you just kind of sense this chill or something odd going on. Of course, that's going to give you pause.
Nothing says red flag faster than a change in behavior. Whatever it is. Somebody starts putting their phone face down when they usually leave it face up. Somebody starts interacting differently. That says red flag.
Tommy, any luck getting her on?
Yeah, it's ringing Avery.
Okay. Well, this is great radio. Hey, Avery, welcome to the Bert Show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for picking up. Can you give us more detail as to the change in behavior you've seen between your boyfriend and his best friend?
Yeah, I mean, they've always, as long as I've known her, they've had like a relationship that's almost like brother and sister. So up until this point, I was never worried about it. They were just like friends and just always, I apologize.
It's okay. We all got dogs.
They were always just friends, and they were just always acting normal, kind of goofing around. You know, they would like hit each other, just make jokes, like make fun of each other. But lately it's just really changed where the vibe is different. I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like quiet. It's just the way that they look at each other. It's almost like there's awkward silences sometimes, and it just made me think like something has changed between them.
Like something happened, which has made it awkward between the two of them?
yeah, like they're almost like shy with each other, and they're not really having that same brother and sister vibe. It makes me kind of paranoid. Like, did something happen, or I don't know, have their feelings kind of changed? So that's what I've been worried about, and it's been like that for a few weeks now. And I just thought that I would reach out.
You said that she's also had a boyfriend throughout all of this time. Has that changed in recent times?
No, she still has a boyfriend, and he also, you know, we've hung out, all four of us, and he kind of seems like he's been fine with their relationship as well. So I haven't spoken to him since, I've noticed, but yeah, like they're still together and seem fine.
All right, so you wanted us to do To Catch a Cheater, War of the Roses, which is what, Mo?
That is when you reach out to us because you have questions about something going on in your relationship, and we send you a opportunity to get some roses for your significant other or maybe for someone else, depending upon who you choose to send them to, and that's usually how we get our answer of if the person is talking to someone else.
So, yeah, he had options of floral arrangements to choose from. You gave us his email. We reached out to him with this fake floral company, and Cassie has your results.
We sent a fake promotional email to the email address Avery provided us for him. He was offered a free bouquet of flowers and was able to choose from several options with pictures. Cactus makes perfect. Show your encouragement to a friend, coworker, or loved one with this charming collection of assorted cacti and succulents. You make me daisy. The most cheerful basket of white daisies will drive anyone crazy with delight. Mum's the word. When you don't have the right words to use, express yourself with flowers. This lovely arrangement of pink roses, giant sunflowers, lavender mums, and white carnations is the perfect way to express what's on your mind. As time rose by, the classic bouquet of long-stemmed red roses, a passionate choice for someone you want to spend all your time with. In exchange, he was asked to share 10 promo codes for 30% off a future order with his friends and family. The first promotional email was sent at 10:08 a.m. He ordered flowers at 10:43.
Now, he didn't waste no time.
Zero.
He scheduled delivery for Tuesday to be sent to Melissa. Is that your real name, Avery?
Melissa? Oh, Melissa's his mom.
Mm-hmm.
He chose Mum's the word. When you don't have the right words to use, express yourself with flowers. This arrangement of pink roses, giant sunflowers, lavender mums, and white carnations is the perfect way to express what is on your mind. And the note on the card read, "Happy birthday, Mom. Now tell Jay that I'm your favorite. Love, Andrew."
He sent the flowers to his mom for her birthday.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really nice. Wow. I didn't expect that. That's great.
It's very sweet. That
doesn't answer
exactly
my question.
Yeah.
No question. The question you had, the big question you had, did not get answered. But good news is he loves his mom.
Bad news is we don't actually send the flowers.
And second bad news is you need to send flowers to his mom for her birthday on Tuesday from him with a note that says, "Happy birthday, Mom. Now tell Jay that I'm your favorite. Love, Andrew." Okay, so sorry you're coming out of pocket for this because we don't send flowers. So I don't know what else you can do unless, this is an out there idea. Talk to him.
Whoa.
I know.
Talk to him as in her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Get the scoop on if he's noticed anything different. Talk to the other significant other.
Oh, no, you can't go behind their
Why
back.
not?
No, Cassie,
Dude,
that's going to
do
open
it.
a can of worms.
Yeah,
Or
that's
do that
kinda
thing
bad.
I brought up the other day where you sit her down, the friend down, and say, Andrew told me everything. Do you want to tell me anything?
Stop it, Cassandra. You are making things worse.
They're going to lie to you. They're going to lie to you, Avery. Either way you cut it, if they hooked up or they're in love now or whatever, they will lie to your face.
Or maybe she's
my
reading
gosh,
into
you're
something that's
making me
not
nervous.
there.
No way.
There's no evidence. Literally zero.
Your girlfriend radar is going off. You got to trust your gut. They went from being jokey best friends, ragging on each other to, "Oh, I'm all silent and shy around you now. I'm not going to play with you." Something happened, or they're hiding something and they're afraid they're going to slip up in front of you.
I think this whole thing is just makes me feel like, okay, I need to have a conversation with someone. Just can't play games anymore. Just want to know what's going on.
Well, you can either have a conversation with your boyfriend, or you can have a conversation with his best friend's boyfriend, or you can call his mom. I don't know what good that's going to do, but it is her birthday on Tuesday, so you might want to do that anyway, okay?
I recommend your boyfriend.
All right. Good luck, Lisa. Avery, we'll touch base with you, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcast.